Hello lovelies and welcome back. I'm so sorry I haven't come out with a second video yet. I recorded a whole video about the knits of fabrics and what to look for before you cut, and I have started to edit it, and then I just got so caught up with my other projects that I just haven't put it out yet. So I promise that whenever I edit this video, I will edit that video at the same time, so hopefully I'll get that one out first before I put this one out. But I started making things like I made a caftan, and I made a pair of wide leg pants, and I made some wrap pants, and I didn't even think about recording it and sharing it with you all. So today I'm going to make another caftan, except I'm not going to go quite by the pattern. I'm going to kind of change it up a little bit, and I'm going to add pockets, which I'm going to have a whole thing about how to add pockets to things that you already have. So I'm super excited to show you how this works. All right, let's get the fabric ready. Please, 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 as a reminder, if you've never cut out fabric from the beginning like this before, always make sure that you wash and dry your fabric, because you don't want anything to shrink after you cut this pattern out and you sew it all together and then you wash it for the first time and it shrinks, and you will see all of the horrible things with the pinching. So please wash and dry your fabrics before you do anything. Instead of using pins, I have started to use my rocks, crystals, whatever you want to call them. They are nice and crystals. But I want to keep reusing my patterns over and over, and the best way to do that without having to rip them up with pins is doing it this way. Also, do not forget to iron your fabric before you lay it down to put your pattern on it like this, because wrinkly fabric will never cut the way you want it to, and you will end up with all sorts of horrible bad cuts if you don't iron. I remember at the beginning of sewing, I did not want to iron. I did not want to iron ever, and I paid for it with so many bad looking garments that came out of it, and bad looking everything. So I just decided to dedicate that time to ironing, and it really pays off whenever you iron all those seams and when you iron your fabric just right. I had to mark those triangles with a darker mark so you can see. So this is the front, and this is the back. So when those two pieces are aligned, I know that's where my pins go. So to make it easy on myself and everyone else, this is my pocket. It's folded. Of course, your pocket won't look like that. It will look like this. But since I'm going to cut on the fold to make sure both sides are even, this is just a piece of paper like printer paper. So what is that? 11 by 8. Fold it in half and then fold that corner over. Then you got your pocket. So on the fold, on this part of your this part of your paper and this fold, like lay it down up against, line it up just like that. Okay? Make your marks and cut it out. I'm going to cut 2 of these. Also, I did not give myself a seam allowance on this pocket, and I'm going to actually narrow hem the pocket as well to make it a nice finished inside. So whenever you make a pocket like this and you cut it out of the paper, the printer paper as your pattern, give yourself, let's see, give yourself about an inch or so around your whole pattern. So on this pocket, I'm going to show you the narrow hem if you don't already know how to do it. So get your iron on and to the right temperature of the fabric, for the fabric. So this is cotton, so I'm going to have it turned up to, let's see, about 160 degrees Celsius. That's about 230, or no, I'm sorry, 320 degrees Fahrenheit. My dyslexia gets the best of me sometimes. All right, so you're just going to fold that over just a tiny little bit. Put your iron there. Just keep that fold consistent. And then one more time, starting again at the bottom. I'm going to fold it about the same width that I folded it the first time. And then I will baste it with the machine. So here is the side of the caftan. Here's our sleeve, and here's the side. And those dots from before, let's see if I can even find it. There's one right there, and one right there. Excuse my painted hands. There was crafting going on this morning. So if you can see those little dots, that is where we will match up. And that's where we'll stop stitching. So I want to add a pocket. The pocket's going to go like that. All right. So here, both sides, right sides together, pinned. There's where my dot is. So I'm going to take my pocket and I'm going to fold it because I'm going to need this edge. This pin is where my pocket's going to go. This top pin is where the top of the pocket's going to go. I'm going to measure my hand. So it's about 4 inches, but I want to make the pocket just a little bit bigger, like the opening for the pocket. So about a 4 inches and a quarter of an inch. So instead of just stitching all the way down, I'm going to stitch to there, stop, and then stitch again to there. this is the inside. These are our inside seams. That's the end. And this, oh, can't see. This is our pocket hole. So personally, I don't like these raw edges because you would just iron this down. Just like that. But then this raw edge would be on the inside of your pocket. And I don't necessarily like that. So I am actually going to iron it down as a narrow hem. Like that. So I'm going to fold it to my seam, press it, fold it over again, and press. That way I'm going to have this nice clean seam inside of the pocket. I'm also going to stitch there. I'm going to do it on the other side and stitch right along here all the way down, because this being exposed to the elements and the air and everything, because that's where your legs are going to be. This also, I think, looks better pressed down as a narrow hem. So I'm going to do that on both sides. Right, here is my finished inside. So since I want the colorful side of the pocket to face outside through the little pocket hole, make sure I lay that down. So I'm just going to, with the fold that's on my pocket, it helps me align it right on the seam where it should be. So right at the very bottom where I stopped my stitches, I'm going to put that there. And here's our finished pocket. I haven't finished the sleeve and I haven't finished the bottom of the caftan, but this video is about this pocket. It's nice and deep. When you do something like this, it's best to try to get thread that matches your fabric as close as possible. See, and anytime that pocket does peek out, you see that flowers. I love this. And who doesn't love pockets? I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.